Just a beautiful day here in Foss Harbor, looking out at the water. A lot of our friends are in after having been gone. Thought we'd just give you a sunshine view of a Kia today. And I'll take this down the dock and just, you know, we don't very often get to see it without the other boat on its starboard side, so gonna slowly make my hobbling way down the dock here a little bit and get a shot of her. I've got to go put the canvas covers on the window since I removed the curtains. I'm going to do little alterations on our curtains I made for the inside, but beyond that, she's looking pretty good. And the boat that's usually in this particular slip has gone to Gig Harbor for the weekend. A couple gals own it, and they are out and about, so gives me the opportunity to get over here and get a view from the starboard side. We removed the MacPack cover. We're going to have the zipper replaced. It was coming unstitched, and just an overall check of the canvas, make sure it's in good shape. Some of the stitching was coming out, and since Lonnie is going to be working on some other things for us, I just threw that in and said, hey, repair this for us, so he's going to do that. But keep in mind, we do still have our old dinghy for sale, and the 2 horsepower Honda that's sitting right there on the back of the stern. Dinghy is in its cover, sitting on the back deck there where you can see it. Does have its own little carry case. Typically that's where the life raft goes, but it's a good spot for the dinghy when you're storing it and having it deflated. But it is for sale, so if anybody's in the market for a dinghy, we just wanted to go with a bigger one that had a hard bottom. It is a full inflatable, the old one here, and we wanted to go with one that had at least a solid floor. Unfortunately, it does have a inflatable keel on it, but that's okay. We'll just be a little cautious as to where we run it up, but we wanted the hard floor rather than inflatable floor, and we needed it just a little bit bigger for us old folks to get in and out of. But anyway, there is a Kia today in beautiful sunny Foss Harbor Marina in Tacoma, Washington. And I'll just move down here to the end of the dock. We've got another boat that went out here. This new one came in. We're all kind of guessing what it is, so we're all not sure just exactly what she is. Beautiful lines on it. That's a little look of her. Hailing out of Gig Harbor. But just a beautiful little boat. Not so little, but you know, little. Narrow and long. And I'll try to get the other side of it. Here's the other side of her. You can see some of the intricate woodworking on her bow. He was here yesterday, or Friday, I guess, actually. Didn't get to talk to him, but he was here. And one of these days I'll get to meet him when we're back and he's here. He is not a liveaboard, from what I hear. But you know, we'll see what it is when he gets back. Or if you have any idea what she is, leave us a comment down below, and we will gladly appreciate any information. We'll look it up, check it out, and go from there. But it is a beautiful day.
So here is under the floor hatch, and the seacock is below this little compartment door. So there's the seacock that comes up. This line comes around through the strainer, up over here, and into the suction side of the pump back here. I don't know if you can see that, but I think the issue was that this is a high spot right here. It goes back down over to the strainer, and then it continues up all the way. Well, yesterday, in order to get this to begin its circulation, I took this pump out and set it over here, and that's what got it to get its prime back and started pumping. But I tried everything I could to get that working. Once it's pumping, it goes back in here, and it continues pumping without any problem. So the one in the back aft hanging locker is much easier to get going. Just have to adjust that line a little bit, and it gets the prime back and works like it should. So anyway, if you got any ideas on how we could arrange that to make it a little easier with the priming that, keeping it primed, I'd be interested in hearing it. Otherwise, know this: when you install one of these, you have to keep that line continually going up. The pump has to be a foot below the water line, and in order for it to get enough head pressure to push the water up to there. But you can't have any high spots between the seacock and the pump, or you'll lose prime. So that's my dilemma for the day. We did get a couple things done, so we're going to be heading out here shortly, going back to the Tri-Cities. It was great to visit with some of our friends here again and enjoy some FaceTime. It is just a beautiful day. Beautiful day out here. I think it's probably one of the nicest days that we've seen here, and of course we're heading back to the Tri-Cities. Looking forward to the day when we no longer have to make that drive every Sunday. Thursday nights we come over, Sunday afternoons we drive back. So I know it's a short video this week, but we wanted to give you a little update. We've been absent for almost 2 months, which I don't like, and like to keep you updated on how things are progressing. So until we get back here again, have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I hope you had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, because you won't see this till afterwards. And be safe, and we'll see you again soon. Good afternoon, everybody. Here in Tacoma on SV Kia. I showed a video earlier of the problem I was having with the AC pump losing suction, and while I was down there working on that, I decided I was going to remove the knot meter and clean that up, because they get kind of crusty over time. So when I pulled it out, maybe you'll learn from my mistake, I forgot to take it out before they did the bottom paint. And so of course when they did the bottom paint, they scraped and sanded and did all the things they do, and it ended up breaking my my little paddle wheel. This is what happened to it. Luckily for me, Signet sells these for a mere 40 bucks, and so for 40 bucks you get, this is the one I took out, but you get 2 O-rings, you get a little stainless steel shaft that it goes on. One of the things they show you on here is that you need to take this and soak it in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes to get these little ears on the side. These little ears right here bend out. So once you've got it in there and you got it soft and warmed up, take a little screwdriver, pry this apart until the shaft comes out, and then you can pull this thing out and replace it. So because I didn't take it out whenever we hauled it out to have the boat work done, 40 bucks to replace that. So don't make my mistake, take your knot meters out before you have your bottom paint done. And it's not that easy crawling around down in the pit. Not a lot of room. So anyway, I wanted to share that little tidbit and maybe head off at the pass for you. Thanks, and we will see you again soon. Oh, and another thing is that the replacement knot reading instrument, the knot speed, water speed sensor, the knot meter is 200 bucks. So I guess I should feel lucky that I only had to spend 40 on a paddle wheel and not 200 for the whole sensor. So just a lesson. Thanks.